Hey.
Sorry about that. I don't understand why that other microphone just won't work.
Actually,
what happens is it's in the volume control because it was too quiet and it was working perfectly, and then when I adjusted it up, it went haywire.
We can test it another time when we have more time. Otherwise, send it back because Rode has a great fucking return policy, so it's not a problem. But yeah. Right. I'll totally send it back and get another one because mine works great, and it might just be a setting or it might be fucked up. So
yeah, well, and don't worry, we'll edit all this out. This isn't the sort of content that our Patreon subscribers
no, this is what they're here for.
Live for.
This is what it is.
Mic talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I retired my fucking that one mic, and I see it, and probably somebody would want it,
Send it back to me. Come on, send it here.
Yeah. I had a couch. We got a furniture when Delaney was I think it was before she was born. So 25 years ago, we got a couch and a chair and a rug, and I got rid of them just this last week, anticipating the flow of money. And I had my neighbor help me drag the couch up. And it was gone in an hour. I mean, it's like the ends are all broken out. There's cum stains. There's whatever spilled on it. And it's like fucking disgusting. It was like, I thought nobody's going to take this, and it was gone in an hour. Do you want it?
I think it took an hour because you live kind of on the outskirts. That Eric can attest that when you're in the inner city,
yeah, man.
Like you can't get back to your screen door without watching someone peel away with what you just laid down.
Right. You just need to live closer to the Russians.
Yeah. The last E was still wet when I put the free box out there, and it's gone. I like to think I live in a better neighborhood, but no, I live in the kind of neighborhood where you take a 25-year-old piece of shit couch, drag it out to the curb, thinking that it's like Goodwill isn't even going to pick this up, and somebody took it, and they're probably making sweet love on it right now.
It's one thing Chad, maybe you can help me out on this one. Driving around up to Tucson and Phoenix from Bisbee, so everyone knows we're on the border. So driving north, Phoenix is like 3 hours away. I always see these overloaded kind of jalopy trucks with tons of mattresses, like stacked up like grapes of wrath, Granny.
Yeah. I was just thinking,
and it's just mattresses, and they're always going south, never going north.
I haven't seen the mattress one, but I do know that on the weekends during the summer around here, there's like pickup trucks that'll hit every yard sale and then just basically offer them a price for everything they have and clear out their yard sales, and they load it all onto one pickup with just bunchy cords and shit, and you're like, what the fuck? But I think they take it down to Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess the neighborhood down from us is the equivalent of Mexico. But,
everything's relativo.
Yeah, but the beautiful people are in my neighborhood this week. We have an Olympic hopeful staying at the Airbnb. Eric. I can't pronounce his last name, but
you shouldn't anyway.
Yeah, why would you?
He probably doesn't want you to.
He's
give his Social Security, and maybe
he probably gave you a hard to pronounce last name on purpose.
Right. Well, he's a good.
He wrote it backwards.
And then across, I won't say their name either, but
he must be Russian.
My neighbors, I call the uglies. But Dan he was a former college athlete and good-looking dude. And then his two sisters came into town. One of them was competing in the Olympic trials and fucking beautiful. And then all their friends, it's like I'm out there, and I told the discus thrower that's staying with us, because I got a weight bench down there, and it's 20, and the bar is probably 10 pounds. So it's like 30 pounds on a weight bench. And he goes, "Oh, I like your weight bench." And I go, "Well, feel free to use it if you need a burn."
And he picks up your barbell with one hand and throws it out of the way.
He could pick the whole bench up while I was on it. So that's
where's the weights?
Yeah. But yeah, they were all out having a big party last night, and it was just like looking out at a Norman Rockwell painting. If Norman Rockwell had better reference models, it's just idyllic. They're laughing, having a good time, drinking, but not drinking too much. You know,
what were they drinking?
Beers and wine, but the one
Mick Ultra.
Yeah, and then this beauty that's
Champion's choice.
I'm just curious what the athletes
95
drink.
carbs.
We're all trying to cut down on the carbs.
He says he eats 5 times a day. So my wife picks up his breakfast and stuff, and he goes, I just snack on that because I got to get a full breakfast. It's like I hear him, man. A cinnamon roll and a yogurt. Are you fucking kidding?
He's a discus thrower, so he's packing on pounds. He's not trying to stay thin.
But when I heard who the guest was, I mean, before my wife said it was a former shot putter, so that's why I adjusted, got a new toilet seat, thinking I'm going to have some big fatty hanging over the edge. But this guy is lean as a professional tight end or something.
Yeah.
And he
don't get any sexual harassment charges on your Airbnb. Page, Andy. That's not going to look good.
Right. Well, no, and this is a dude. The neighbor lady, she's a steeplechaser. I would like to eat my lunch off of her abs, but yeah. But he asked, he could see I'm a man of leisure, and he goes, "Are you retired?" And I go, "Well, technically, yes, I'm a stand-up comedian." And he goes, and then that he goes, well, I asked him, he says, I love stand-up comedy. And I go, who do you like? And he goes, and I was expecting to hear something I would be offended by. And I won't name names because I'm trying to be more positive, that there's a bunch of them where I'd be like, okay, you piece of shit. And, but he said Mark Norman, and I appreciated that. And he goes, my all-time favorite's Norm Macdonald. So I was like,
oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well done.
So he can stay?
Well, I won't give him a pork burrito. I have to tell you that I think she runs the 5,000 meters. A woman was disqualified and tried to compete at the Olympic trials, but she got disqualified for steroids. She blamed it on a street burrito. She got a pork burrito, and the pig apparently was roiding up for whatever competition the pig was in, because she got secondary fucking roid infection from this pig. But I joked, I said that to him. I go, is the breakfast okay? I go, because we're planning on serving pork burritos. And he goes, oh, shit. So, yeah. So I get along. It's like,
it's nice it's nice that the one guy in the country who would get your pork burrito joke reference is the one guy who's sitting at your table having breakfast. At least sometimes it does line up nicely for you.
Yeah. Like I've been waiting, it's like when I wait on something, it's like, fuck yeah, I've been, dropping that pork burrito reference with any college athletes ever. But, yeah, I like to think I'm the best looking person in the neighborhood, but it's not even fucking close right now. We got some fucking beauties out there. Yeah. But I drove up, and I won't say her name, but she's one of the most beautiful people ever. And I pulled into the driveway, and she walked up to my car, and then she gave me kind of a dirty look, and then walked away. And then another black SUV pulls into the driveway, and it's a Lyft driver. So she had me pegged for the creeper who's catching the Lyft signal and pulling in to go, I'm your Lyft driver or whatever. But so she acknowledged my existence and walked away fast.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, but I mean,
walking away fast from Andy.
No, I know that's
that. A thing.
Yeah. We all know that. You pick up a Lyft signal and then you just go, I'm your Lyft driver, and it's bogus.
It is now.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, you just claim
it's an idea Andy had. He thinks it might work.
Well, she was walking fast because she thought that was her driver, and then she, it's like a younger black man driving the Lyft, so she probably saw a younger white man and thought, well, that can't be my driver. Or maybe she saw me and thought, well, what's this fucking geezer? That can't be him. So, but it was, I appreciated her looking at me.
How is your
I feel like
mailbox
I
looking
diminish
now
her
that
beauty. Just
everybody's
pretty
coming into the
fucking.
neighborhood and all the beautiful
Oh,
people are here? Is the mailbox up and
well,
okay?
here's
And
the thing: it's one of the beautiful people would like to join my mailbox, and he's been in an argument with Kev, the
nice.
postal carrier. They got into a debate, and Dan is a smart guy, so he just picked apart all this guy's bullshit and said told him, he goes, that's complete bullshit. So Kev says that my mailbox is just temporary placed. So he's kind of in the same situation I am, waiting for my wife to have a stroke so she'll move away. And he thinks at that point he'll just move my mailbox. He's like, it's a temporary. It's a temporary placement. You should have told me that before I poured cement. You fuck.
Oh my God.
That was fucking unexpected.
Wait, so he looked at the construction of your mailbox and looked at it and goes, this is obviously temporary. He's like shaking it, all moving.
He's living in a fantasy world like me, where
he's just using that as an excuse.
Yeah,
he says
it sounds like he's using that as an excuse to the neighbor to let him know, no, you can't join. Andy, I would do I would attach chains to your mailbox and then cement those down. Do everything you can to make your mailbox look more permanent. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it made my neighbor my neighbor thought, he saw me out there with a red balloon. He saw me out there with a head wrap and sitting in a lawn chair, sweat.
With a camera.
Yeah, and he thought maybe I'm weird, but then he had dealings with Kevin, and I go, see. And I go, lucky thing I won, because I was considering digging up a yellow jacket hive and putting it in the mailbox. And he's like, shit, But I guess I jumped the shark there when I told him that. Up till that point, he was like, yeah, man, he's a fucking asshole. And so I'm offering to be a go-between. I'll call up Postmaster General, say this is Andy, the reasonable man you met a few weeks ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Reasonable here. If I could just get a word, and you may remember me as Mr. Reasonable.
Yeah, you probably remember me from 3510 Onyx Place in the mailbox. Well, yeah, so he's like, he's under the illusion that at some point my wife's disability is going to dissipate. Maybe he's a positive thinker, and that will go back down the hill at that point. And it's like, fucking live in the real world, man. Nobody's going anywhere. We're stuck with this situation. It's here.
Well, at least you and him have something in common. At least you've identified a common trait in the enemy.
Yeah,
maybe
we're
that
both cheering for the same team. Come on, Jehovah's cart.
When she dies, you both go to court to make some changes.
One of the 120,000 or whatever their number. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for the best for her. Who's froze up? Me? Oh, no, everybody just did like a fucking Matrix there.
That was a weird thing that happened on my end too. That seemed like maybe it was a Skype thing.
Bastards. But yeah, so it's it's kind of back on. But today I was walking down the hill, and Kev was delivering the mail, and he gives me one of these, like kind of a salute, kind of a wave, and then I was kind of unprepared, so I gave him a peace sign.
More like not a salute, more of a Haiti ho, like a.
I'm wearing a pride shirt with Care Bears too. So wearing a pride shirt with Care Bears and giving a peace sign, it's basically like saying, hey man, what are you doing after you get done with work? I'll suck this off them balls that's been baking in them wool shorts, man.
Let's settle this mailbox thing, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bring the post hole digger.
Yeah, I got a back door to my mailbox.
I think it's funny that now the neighbors all want to be in your spot along with you, and this is what this guy saw coming, knew was going to happen to him, dreaded the entire time, and is watching it happen to him in real time, and there's nothing he can do about it. It's why it's so frustrating.
It's like you're a 5th grade teacher and you let the kid with Down syndrome chew gum, and then it's like, oh shit.
Now there's gum everywhere. What? And it's chewed with extra strength.
Yeah, no. I gave him gum because he called us a hardship and a temporary placement. Like, okay, wait till the postmaster hears that. He ain't gonna like that language.
God.
Everything's temporary, motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking in a cosmic, like universal sense.
Yeah, right. Even the pyramids are made of sand.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And now that I'm on the pride wagon, I feel like I'm gonna gain some political support up here.
Yeah, it's a hate crime to fuck with you if you're wearing that shirt.
I just got to figure out which jeans to cut and thread out
to make your Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, I'd have to go to Goodwill and find some tighter fitting ones.
I can't look at the boys section, young men.
Or you could just start. You could sit down with your discus buddy and just start eating 5 meals a day till you're really packing it into the shorts you already have.
Right.
Pack on about 40 pounds for Kevin.
Yeah. Well, I thought about when that guy first got here, because I needed to move a couch down the stairs, and I thought, well, I'll wait for that big fucking fat shot putter to get here, and then to find out the guy's actually competing in the Olympic trials. So I'm like, no, probably not. I don't think I could ask. What if he fucking, what if something happened and I ruined an Olympic dream? Oh shit, man! Terribly sorry about all this.
You're writing a Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I know that's right it felt like, So I just took the couch and rolled it down the fucking things myself. One man, I might bench press 35 pounds, but I can take up to 45 pounds of couch.
Well, they say that under extreme circumstances, you can actually garner some extra strength, some superhuman strength, Andy.
Yeah.
Yours is just in moving furniture, not saving people from a crushing car situation.
I dragged it out, and then I rolled it down the stairs a little bit at a time, and then when the last part came, I still managed to hold it and kick my dog out of the way. Get the fucking stupid fucking dog. And I did it to save her. I didn't do it to be cruel.
Right.
God damn it. And so, we've had this couch for an hour and a half, and my dog starts making noises like a cat when they're, and then she puked up like green fucking bile and cat food, which is a source of real disappointment in my life with her.
Wait, on your new couch?
On the new rug.
Oh,
we got a new rug, new couch. The couch came, but the rug was down, and it's like I'm just walking around barefoot, going, man, and this is vomits up on it,
up,
and then she did it a second later that evening, vomited, and I was pissed off. Oh, fuck you, wind. Fucking bullshit.
Fuck you,
flashlighting.
I think Kevin has taken a shot from the street across the bow.
And he just threw something on the floor and then screamed at the wind for it.
No, I was gonna staple down this shit, and then the staple gun I didn't have enough staples in it, so then I set the staple gun there to hold
staples?
it down.
Wait, so without enough staples to staple it down, instead you used the staple gun as a paperweight to hold it down?
Yes.
That is classic.
And it's not even windy, but God's a trickster, and God sent one gust of wind to knock that down and almost hit my feet. Fucking, anyway, I got it together. I got
back to the rug. So
so she puked up twice, and it was like fucking stomach bile. So I scrape it, and it's like I still see the stain. I'm kind of bummed about it. And then I was cleaning up the second vomit, and I couldn't figure out where my Dr. Pepper went. I had a can of Dr. Pepper, and apparently I set it right on the rug behind where I was cleaning up, and I kicked that over. So now there's three stains in it.
Fucking wind! Fucking wind!
Like, what kind of a fucking idiot would set down a can of cola while cleaning up puke on the rug? But
on a brand new rug.
Yeah.
At this point, can you just send it back and tell him it's all fucking gross? This came stained. Yeah. I mean, there's no possible way somebody would have 2 stains in this amount of time. I mean, come on, get real.
It's reasonable,
yeah. Uh-huh. Well, it's like one time I might I don't think I told this. Is one time this was years ago. I bought my wife a pair of panties from, and then a bag with tissues, and I stopped to do more Christmas shopping because back then we celebrated that holiday, and it's before Jehovah's intervention. And anyway, I got out to the car, and my previous dog, the king of the party or whatever, Sydney, she had eaten the panties. I didn't tell this. And I went, she'd chewed them up, and there was like dog hair in them, and they were all like, like obviously a problem. And I took them back to Victoria's Secret.
Panties are all chewed up with dog hair in them. I don't want these.
Well, I cleaned up the dog hair, and I blew dry. Because I was in the car, I was like, and I got rid of the hair, but they were, and I took them back, and it was a man who worked there, and I found out Carl Lewis isn't specifically gay, so I don't want to throw another, but this guy seemed gay, and I go, look at these, I just bought them like a half hour ago, and he goes, oh my goodness, and he did take them back.
Wait, what could have what could he have thought happened in the half? Like, you did not go home and come back in a half hour.
Right. He thought in the parking lot.
He thought Andy jerked off into him in the parking lot, and he still took them back.
What happened?
Yes.
I think that they're doing.
That means that happens.
I think they're doing a dogs in lingerie dog fighting in the back of the Victoria's Secret mall store, and they normally wash all the panties before they go out. He sees this come back, and he's like, "Oh, one got out there." Like, we got to get this back in. We'll definitely take it back.
I don't know what the dog was thinking. It was like it ripped through the tissue paper, and then it just ripped a hole. It's like, that's what I would have done with them if they'd been on somebody that was, that's the kind of creepiness that a person would do if they were used panties. But brand new panties is like, that's what gave me the thing. And then plus I had the receipt that said, this happened in the last 20 minutes.
What your dog?
They were still damp, even though I blew on them.
So was it the same place where you had just bought them?
Yeah. No, I took them right back.
That's and it was how much longer?
I thought somehow this was like Panamint or something, and then he took them back to days.
No. I mean, I just bought them, and I went to another store near that mall, and then I went to Petco or some place like that where I had dog treats. But no, Sydney didn't get any dog treats that day because I came out and the tissue paper was all ripped up, and then I saw the panties on the floor, and they were ripped and had dog hair and slobber, and I'm like, God damn it! I guess I can give my wife some chew toys to wrap pussy up in.
Wait, so you take your dog Christmas shopping?
It was in the car. I mean, I didn't think. She was in the back. I didn't think, she would climb up and rip that bag apart. I mean, I felt like I know I dropped the ball on some things that are pretty obvious, but I had no idea that could happen. It's like when I saw that turkey swallowing the other turkey's head, I was like, oh, fuck. This is a thing that could go wrong in my world. But so I drove right back to the mall, went right back in there after drying them and said, I don't know what happened here, but I just bought these. I guess I didn't inspect them, or, I probably said more than I needed to.
I somehow didn't know that. What is that? Dog slobber? I didn't even notice that till right now. That's gross.
Yeah. Oh, how did that long white hair get in there? Oops. But
your poor dog had been sending you.
I was mean. I mean, I regret. I didn't see it as humorous. I was just like mad, and I was like, God damn it! And then I was like, I know one time when my kid did something wrong, I threw her snack treats out the window of the car. Like, she resisted getting in her car seat, and I was going to give her a snack, and then I was like, there go your Cheerios out the car. But I think I probably didn't do that to the dog. Yeah. I'm a reactionary.
I still find it strange to me that you had the dog in the car when you went Christmas shopping, but Maybe that's just me. I love having my dog
along. Mall where you're going into the mall without the dog. What you're going to go shopping in there. But
I mean, I didn't take her in to help me pick them out.
Well, you probably should have. Get the one that she didn't. Lick.
The one she doesn't chew up.
I think Andy's told us several stories about where he took his dog somewhere that I couldn't understand taking a dog and then left the dog in the car the entire time. And I was like, well, I don't understand the point of that. So
I'm her only friend. You know, I go out and she's like, all right, she wants to go with me. You know, I don't know what
shit done and then go home. The dog doesn't care. I mean,
that's all right. The dog are friends. That's fine. Have your that's a beautiful thing. I had just never heard of that before.
The poor dog had been sending Andy signals that it wanted a sexual relationship for a long time. That Andy takes it in the car, and Andy finally buys it some sexy underwear. And the dog gets excited about it, and then he takes them away right away. It's a lot of mixed signals happening.
Bad dog.
I would have if I was getting panties for a dog, I would have gone to Fredericks of Hollywood, not Victoria's Secret. You got to have a tail hole. Victoria's Secret back in those days was sort of classy.
The dog was trying to chew a tail hole. That's what happened.
Yeah.
There it is.
But then they didn't have those, so then that fella and me, we went. You know, he went through. I think at some point he wanted to help me find the right panties because he didn't have those, and he was very shocked at what happened to him.
He was mortified that he had to deal with it.
Yeah, he had him for 15 minutes and somebody chewed a hole in the crotch. It's like test driving a car and there's like mouse damage in it or something, God damn it.
I think you could have went the other way with it. Is like, hey man, I think somebody tried these on because I fucking took them outside and my dog just ate right into the crotch. Why would it do that?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's been wearing these. I don't want these.
They smell like ham.
Yeah.
Victim blaming.
Yeah, they smell like bacon a little bit.
Victoria's Secret is that upper level, like upper tier kind of department store like Nordstrom's, where Nordstrom's was famous for like they'll take anything back even without a receipt if they know that it is from Nordstrom's. And I don't know if they still do that policy. I think unlike Fredericks of Hollywood, Victoria's Secret would probably be a blanket, take it back.
I don't know how I would have done it. I probably would have had to buy if it was a lot of the time elapsed. It would have had to buy and then have. But it was like 15 minutes. What could go wrong with a pair of panties in 15 minutes?
Well, we saw.
Again, I feel like if you have the kind of relationship with your animal that you are buddies and you go everywhere together, it has to occur to you that if you leave your buddy in the car with the other items, that there's a possibility that the dog's going to chew it up. I'm surprised that if you do this a lot, that it surprised you that it happened.
Yeah.
Well,
you should have been like, there's.
I mean, like if it was a bag of McDonald's food, I would have come out and go, "You got me. I understood this could have happened, and I just let it happen."
It was something new that had a new smell that it just ripped into. Whether there was a reward of a burger or not, it ripped into something because it has in the past, is what Eric's saying.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you shit. I think it's funny.
No,
Trying to keep
take
the
your
story
dog Christmas
going.
shopping anytime you want.
That dog has since passed on, and the new one is
died in a hot car.
Yeah.
Choked on some socks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing though, is I resent her for eating cat food, and then but here's the thing, I trust her every time. I want this to be a better outcome. I leave and say, I forget the cat food's down, and I leave, and then she's licking her chops and the bowl's empty. I was like, okay, motherfucker, the cat's never cleaned the bowl like that. It's like if I was stealing your pills, I wouldn't steal all of them and lick the bottle clean.
Not a good example, Andy. Not a good example.
So you don't respect
Yeah,
the dog.
I mean,
You would steal them all and replace them with Tic Tacs, is what you would do.
right.
You just
I
leave
would
an empty
find
bottle
something
because that would
just
seem
like those
obvious.
pills. Yeah, so she gives it away. She's licking her chops, and I come back in, and I'm like, God damn it, we've had this discussion, but somebody pointed out, well, you're the one who leaves the cat food down, and I don't want to argue with people when they're being so blatantly assholeish.
Yeah, I guess that won't be my argument that I was going to make.
Right. Yeah. So we're both working on it. I'm working on not leaving cat food down, and she's working on trying to calm me down when I fucking yell at her. And I'm disappointed in both of us, but when I yell at her, I just do it to hurt her feelings. Like, I want her to understand.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Dog or
your roommate?
Dog.
Okay.
Both, but only one of them listens. One of them.
Not always the same one either.
Right. No, Riley's
both of them
pretty
at the
good.
Same time.
Yeah. Well, when I dropped the F-bomb, they both fucking turn their ears off. Yeah, it's the language. It's the language of people who aren't going to heaven, and I speak fluent, not going to heaven. Pigeon or whatever the fuck it is. I'll be there with you fellas, so it'll be all right. It'll be like a prolonged issues with Andy in hell. All my dogs that chew panties will be right there with us.
Fucking dogs. My dogs the other night disappointed me so immensely. I was I had some mushrooms, and I got a Fury's neighbor had a hot tub that they wanted to get rid of, and for free. And they just like, we want someone to haul it off. So he's like, yeah. So Joby and Fury helped me bring this hot. So I have a hot tub now on my porch, and so I decided it'd be a nice time to have some mushrooms in the hot tub. And I was chilled out in there with the lights off, listening to classical music. And
wait, the hot tub works?
And yeah, it doesn't work great, but like not all the jets work and stuff. But it's a free hot tub. Free. Yeah, it's a free hot tub. It works good. It works better than my other hot tub, which is I didn't have one. So I'm sitting there, and the dogs were outside, and what the little dog, Jenny's little dog, apparently went over to the neighbor's house, and the neighbor brought the dog back, and so my dog, who's a fucking big American Bulldog guard dog, somehow was just off the clock. She'll bark at everything. She'll bark at people driving by. This guy walks all the way up next to my, and I have it really compounded in with trees and fences and shit. It's some go to get to my hot tub on the porch. All of a sudden, there's some guy goes, "Excuse me," pulled me out of where I was in the hot tub on mushrooms so hard. I fucking did. I just stood up freaking out, going, "Who the fuck are you? What are you doing? Who the fuck are you?" Screamed I scared the poor guy. He's trying to explain to me that he just brought my dog back from his yard. And I can't comprehend any of that. I'm just freaking the fuck out. Then after I thought about it later, and I'm like, where the fuck was my guard dog? She didn't even know. I didn't even know that guy was there until he was talking to me.
The penny chewer dog of mine, one time I was in the back doing yard work, and 3 black teenagers they come back to the greenhouse, and they're like, and it just scared me. And
Andy, hold on a second. This is your other property, right?
Yeah, so property.
It was a house.
Right, it was like a half acre.
A half acre, and you had a big greenhouse in the back. So it's not the current place.
And I'm back there in the greenhouse, and these 3 black, teenagers, and they're like, "Hey," and I was like, "This isn't supposed to happen. My dog's always barking at stuff." She just let them back there, and because of that, I ended up buying 3 magazine subscriptions. Like, and I doubt whether they were going to college. The whole thing seemed off to me. It's like, and then I was like, it wasn't a race thing. It was like, I don't like salesmen getting back to my property there, and the dog was just fucking oblivious.
That's aggressive. Going into your backyard.
Yeah.
You did the right thing, though, buying the subscription.
They come
and
all
moving the process along.
I think, I don't know.
You're like Oprah.
I picture Andy trying to explain to his dog that she's responsible now. You have to pay for half of this. This is your
right.
This comes out of your kibble.
This is like the time we bought a Kirby vacuum cleaner. You son of a bitch! You don't learn anything.
Right. Yeah, I'll take one of them dog training magazines, and I guess People.
Boy's Life, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like those crews that they would just bring, people from a city and drop them off, and they didn't make shit for money, and they were always jammed into a van or whatever. It's like, that's why you have a dog, is that's the one thing, bark at people. And she was like wanting to play and everything, and like that. I had those magazines for 6 months before I canceled them all. Like, God damn it, that was a costly fucking mishap.
It would be better if at the end of that story you learned how to build and sail your own like little schooner or something, because you signed up for
like Trimaran.
Schooner Master Quarterly,
right. Home Improvement magazine
changed my life.
Yeah, and if they, it didn't matter if they were white guys, it would have been equally troubling. In fact, it would have been more troubling because they would have been looking to rob me. Like 3 white teenagers walking around together. Fuck yeah, that's trouble. They're thieves. But these guys were legitimate. But they were like, we gave me a sales pitch, and sir, and wouldn't you like to help us go to college? And it's like, shit, I guess so. We'll chip into my kids' college fund and I'll get a magazine. I want you guys to have the best of everything because my fucking idiot dog allowed you to.
Dog's over there sniffing the cat food bowl.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing. The dog, it's a Pavlovian response. When you lay anything down, it thinks it has free reign. It can go for it. Whether it's fresh panties from Victoria's Secrets or a bowl that you have made. Have you laid in the path of a dog? A bowl of anything, a dog is going to go eat.
To be fair, my dogs will eat cat food as well, but there's cat food kind of smells like dog food. So that's why I feed my cats on the dryer, because my dogs can't get on the dryer, and my cats can. So
that same dog ate. Go ahead. Oh, that same dog. One time we had a crew over there doing some work, and that dog ate their sandwiches. And then I was like, damn it, it wasn't my fault at all.
That's on them.
And then I went
dog's an asshole.
They were bummed out because it was lunchtime.
Did you go buy sandwiches for these guys? Or did you just tell them?
And then I went to Subway and got 3 tunas. I guess I should have asked them what kind of sandwich they want, but I just like, fuck, man. And I left, and then I came back with 3 tuna at 1/2 or 6 inches. I got a 1.5 feet and I got tuna because it was a sandwich of the day. And then one guy goes, I can't eat tuna. The sandwich I had was turkey.
I knew it. A nut allergy or
tuna, Andy.
I'm waiting for the part where Andy's halfway into his Black Forest ham going, sorry.
Yeah. He said
It didn't occur to you when you were ordering 3 people's worth of sandwiches that maybe you'd want a little diversity in the selections?
Well, it was like the sandwich of the day. So I got myself and I got 2 footlongs, and then I split them up with the crew.
Andy got the special for himself, and they got the fucking tuna fish for the rest.
$5, man. It was back in the days of the $5 footlong. So it was still a viable pitch. It might have even predated Jared.
Were you just too embarrassed to ask them what kind of sandwiches they had before you left, and you wanted to go get a few sandwiches?
One of them was kind of a fucking hot-tempered dude, so I didn't want to fucking I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about
that."
Working.
Don't let him know the sandwiches are gone. Have him keep working.
That seems like that's the guy you'd go to. Let him speak for the rest. If he's hot-tempered, calm him down, and then everything else will kind of settle down.
I told him. I didn't tell him about the panties, but I go, yeah, don't leave food sitting around, I guess. And then I went as an out.
What were the sandwiches?
Sounds like it's your fault, buddy.
Were they just sandwiches just in a bag on the ground, or how?
Yeah, usually in a cooler, right?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but the dog, they go, your dog, they were yelling at it, and I go, whoa, what's going on? I thought maybe my dog chewed up their panties, and I go, what's going on? And they said, your dog just ate our sandwiches. So I don't know how it went about. I was just like troubleshooting.
You didn't have.
I was stoned probably, and then I was like, went to go get myself a sandwich, and then I thought of them as an afterthought, like maybe I'll get them one.
You didn't even go to Subway to replace sandwiches. No. You were stoned and thought, wow, sandwich sounds good. So you went to the Subway.
It was an afterthought. Well, I'm gonna fucking look like a dick showing up with this meal.
He didn't even know he was hungry until those guys told him that the dog ate
the dog got to eat.
He's like, you're right. Hey man, the dog ate our sandwiches. You're right. Sandwiches are good.
Yeah.
You know what? This
the guy was.
Andy, this seems like a great scam. Think about this.
Yeah.
That these guys go, your dog. It doesn't work all the time.
See the dog eat the sandwich.
If it works half the time, that's half the time they get free lunch.
They just bring in the old half chewed up wrappers from yesterday's lunch, and they're like, "Your dog."
On the way to work, when you go stop to pay, grab a couple package wrappers out of the fucking trash out front, and then throw it down and go, "Your fucking dog ate all our sandwiches. Free lunch, man."
Yeah. Good thing they didn't have magazine subscriptions. I probably would have got that too. It's like, oh, what are you guys, what are you fucking selling?
You came back.
Yeah, that dog was a fucking.
You came back with 4 tuna sandwiches, one for you and one for each of the guys on.
No, he got the special. Andy didn't get the special.
Yeah, I got 2.
No, he got tuna, and they got tuna for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it was all tuna.
Everybody likes mayonnaise and black
tuna all the way
olives.
down. Too much tuna.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't get all the extras because I didn't know what the fellas would like, but I don't think they liked me or the sandwiches.
We got both kinds, country.
One of them didn't like tuna.
I think it's safe to say tuna is the most universally disliked sandwich. I would say that. I mean, I like them, but I still have awareness to know that.
If it was Tuesday, they would have got turkey breast. Or Wednesday it would have been a meatball sandwich. But
that's like you just wrote the title of like an Irma Bombeck novel. If it was Tuesday, it would have been turkey breast.
I just remembered that when Andy took sandwiches to the homeless, it was tuna as well.
Oh, it's always tuna.
So yeah, he's got a thing with tuna sandwiches.
Yeah,
I know them work right.
Easy to portion. That's an easy way to portion a sandwich. I think that meatball would have been universally accepted for a construction crew. Absolutely.
And I don't think their sandwiches were 6 inches long either. They were just regular sandwiches. So what I was giving them was an upgrade. And the one guy goes, I can't eat tuna. Like, you won't or you can't. He didn't say he was allergic. He just said he couldn't. And it's like, well, shit, I'm not going in. I didn't. Just fucking walk away, man. Get grounded so you don't say something you'll regret.
I'm just fascinated by the moment in your head when you thought, "Oh, I'll get 3 more of those for the guy."
Specials.
And that at no point during that process did you think, I should get a turkey or a chicken
just to throw
to make sure.
Yeah.
Well, I love that.
If you don't put your sandwich in a secure place.
Tuna's the best you hope
I don't think there were sandwiches, Andy. I'm telling you right now. I don't think there were sandwiches. I think they fucking ran a number.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. But I'm like, I know construction guys. I worked in landscape crews. I've done these things where these guys, they go to fucking work with an igloo. Erickson, you know this. They go to work with an igloo cooler full of fucking food.
I might have been scammed because it just seemed funny to me that the dog ate all their sandwiches.
Yeah,
your dog ate all our sandwiches.
They all made their sandwiches on the deck of the flatbed truck.
Right.
Somehow,
they were like they just had their paper plates out and their potato salad, and then the dog come in and ate all 3 sandwiches.
So
like
the
Joey
only
Chitwood or something.
So you thwarted them, truly.
So
and when they came up with this with the sandwich
scam backfired.
The only possible way that it doesn't work is if the mark replaces all of our sandwiches with tuna. That's the only way it doesn't. It's not a plus for us.
That's a fucking twist of the knife.
And then it's like, no one will ever do that. So this is almost foolproof. And then Andy comes along.
It was one of them scam things too. It was college pro painters, and they, like, you know,
bunch of college kids.
You know, the one guy was like fucking, you know, 30 years old. It's like, well, what college you going to? You know, and they didn't do a good job, and they were probably wanting that was your dog ate our sandwiches, and then I'm going to give them an extra $50 or something. No, I gave them a, you know, $7.50 tip in tuna.
Or your dog ate my sandwiches was code for get your fucking dog out of here. We're trying to do a job, and your goddamn dog's running around here and annoying the shit out of us.
Yeah,
on a leash.
Them sandwiches lasted longer than their paint job. That shit peeled right off, and then you call them up, and there's a whole different crew, and they're like, "Oh no, that was, you know, college pros."
Those guys turned pro.
That wasn't us. We love tuna sandwiches. I don't know.
To the big leagues.
College pro painters. Again, all of our painters love tuna.
Right. Again, it was a door-to-door thing, and I was like, yeah, I was going to be painting the house this summer, and then they gave me a good bid.
Well, go figure it's a scam.
Door-to-door?
I hated, I mean, I loved that property, but I hated it because it was on a busy street, and people felt like they could scam me. One time we had
I wonder why.
A Hispanic woman comes up, and she didn't speak real good English, but she said she wanted to cut a hydrangea flower. So I was like, we had this big hydrangea, and I left, and I went inside, and then there was a crew cleaning every fucking flower off that hydrangea bush. It was like, you know, they take advantage of you when you're stupid. Or you can't say no, and I'm a combination of both of those.
You get nervous. You get nervous when you're having a conversation with somebody. Sometimes, if it starts to go off the rails, you want to just get out of there. You know, it's like following the instruction manual sort of thing. You know, it's hard for you to stay focused, so that can lead to issues.
What were we talking about?
Well, you're just too nice, you know?
Yeah, I usually try to give people the benefit of the doubt once. And then knowing that, like, if they tried to fuck me over twice, I'd murder them, gives me, like, way too much confidence in the first scam. They're like, well, I'm not even trying to get you twice. I only needed to get you once. And I'm really vulnerable to that, too, Andy, because I try to give people the benefit of the doubt once.
I used to change when telemarketers would call, like, you know, I'm are you happy with your phone service? And I'm not happy about anything, really, you know. So of course they got that first question, and then all of a sudden I'm signing up for something, and then people get home and they wonder why I changed phone companies, and I can't even explain it because I don't even understand why I did it either. It's like, does it save us money? I don't know. I mean, I just, you know, shit. So I'm glad that I don't, you know, I stopped answering the phone, and you know, last time somebody knocked on our door, it was Jehovah's Witnesses. So I didn't answer that. Someone else did. Yeah. I should get one of them no solicitor signs. We will make a purchase if you knock on our door. So please don't.
You just scream shirtless at them. Who are you and why are you here? They leave right away too. That works.
Yeah, I should record you yelling. And just
and then you put it by the front door and you play it on a loop, like, you know, like single women who they record a growling dog and they have it playing on a loop.
Hot tub Chad.
Yeah.
What are you doing on my property?
Who the fuck are you? What are you doing here?
I think Macaulay Culkin did that in Home Alone.
Kind of.
Old 50s movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of Dr. Phil's early tips on Oprah. Dr. Phil was an expert on things.
Yeah.
What was his
what
tip?
happened?
What was this tip?
Make it look like a big dog lived in the apartment. Have like a dog bowl out front of the front door, and so that the burglar moves on to the next apartment that doesn't have a big dog. All you got to do is make him go to the next apartment. You don't have to make him, So you got a dog. You got to.
My mom would put a hat, and when she was single, and she put a hat like it was a Swiss Alp climber hat in the bar, and she said it was so that people wouldn't bother her thinking that she had a man. Like, well, get a tougher looking hat for fuck's sakes, Oh yeah, there's obviously a fucking second victim here. A fucking Swiss Alp hat. Them stupid fucking like
your tiny feather in the hat. Yeah.
Designated her as taken by having already had
I told her is get a tougher hat. I guess. Yeah, you won't rob a single woman, So you go, oh, she's got a little old man who thinks that hat's stylish. So I see Dr. Phil's homespun. I see why Dr. Phil was successful. He appealed to people who thought like my mother. Yeah, that was the hat. Kind of hat she had in the back, but she had like a peacock feather on it.
Yeah.
Like, man, I would fucking punch
How
that
can
guy
I
in the
make
face
this
if he
hat
existed.
more annoying?
Ask me about my fucking husband's stupid hat.
Robin Hood's uncle lives here.
Yeah.
That lady has no idea her husband's gay. Break into that.
What would have scared people off is if she would have put one of her wigs in the back. Like, oh fuck, like a Dolly Parton.
Or put it in the hat.
Yeah, wig in the hat, maybe a piece of forehead. It's not a forehead; it's a part of a contractor sandwich. I put back there.
Jesus.
Oh.
So
big party.
We were at the first. Can I break?
Yeah.
We were at the first Alaska Before You Die festival at Coots. Well, in Alaska at a bunch of venues, and Erickson and I were just up in Alaska, and I just got word that Sam Talent, who was just in Alaska after Erickson was up there, just got booked to headline Alaska Before You Die 2022.
Oh wow!
And he had a fantastic time. Yeah, it's awesome. So
cool.
Nice.
We were talking.
I asked Sam to review my comedy special that'll be out on Friday. Anyway, and then he never really gave me a quote, but he goes, "Where did you see a glacier in Montana?" I go, all right, maybe I called it the wrong thing, but is that your quote, Sam? Is that the quote I can use to market
exactly
this
what you should put on there as the Sam Talent blurb. Where did you see a glacier in Montana? Sam Talent. That would be very funny. Thanks, Sam.
Maybe I
appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for the
blurb. Got the blurb.
Thanks.
Got the blurb.
Take care.
And he was right. It was an ice shelf, or I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was icy, and I used the wrong term for it. And he's smarter than me, I guess.
Well, Andy, a glacier isn't actually that is a thing that I think it could be used with something else. Maybe a mountain.
Right. Yeah, well, Paul Provenza directed the goddamn thing. He's the one who should have been calling me and saying, "There's no glaciers in Montana." What was it? It was retreating ice. That's what it was. It was a snowpack is what it was with ice. Yeah, it was a snowpack with ice on top, like a blizzard without the peanut butter pieces.
Well, I'm excited about your special. It'll be out today. When this comes out, it will be out.
Yeah. Where did that time go? I've been getting accolades or compliments on Twitter, and it almost feels like I died and I'm still somehow able to log on to my Twitter account, and people saying those, the kind of things they say when you die. So I appreciate it. And
Nice.
you know, I wish I could say thank you, but I'm dead. So I won't have to. I'm with that dog that chewed panties and ate sandwiches.
Sydney, was that her name?
I'm
myself into heaven. Yeah, she was a fat pig fucker. Like she got real fat. And then here's the thing. I didn't really piece it together, but she probably ate cat food too behind my back. And I was just unaware because I was living life back then, you know, just living. And then now I'm fucking old and I don't have anything going on. And then I took the dog to the vet, and this vet that was about probably the age of my daughter was like, "What do you feed her, sir?" And she's very overweight. Like, yeah, well, that's what I've been telling her. You know, swimsuit season's coming up, honey. What are you gonna do? No shaming works on a dog.
I bought her a thong to make her want to fit into it, and she just chewed it up. I don't know what it does.
Yeah. Wouldn't even wait till Christmas.
Yeah. She ate panties like it was the 12 days of Christmas. It wasn't Christmas. On the fifth day, you eat a pair of panties. But yeah, so I got embarrassed for my dog. On her behalf, I was slightly embarrassed, and then I bought a very expensive bag of dog food, diet food. So now she's actually lost some weight. So now I can, now I'm proud to walk around Glass Bar. Hey, meet the fellas. Yeah, no, they're raw dog and you're a dog. It's different. One's very responsible during a pandemic, and the other's just a classification of an animal. I think it's ice glacier. It's like an ice glacier on butt fucking.
Yeah.
Where'd they go? We lost them. Or is it? It's just. Oh, I can't. I only see Brett now, but you guys are there.
Yeah.
Okay. No. And there is.
No, we're here.
Thank you, Brett Brock, for the artwork, and thank you to other people involved. If you're hearing this, thank you.
That's a good looking album. That's a good looking cover right there.
Yeah.
Brett Brock is always fucking spot on, man.
He takes your ugliness and scrapes the what you see in the mirror that upsets you, and then replaces it with more of a chiseled look.
Yeah.
He definitely does that.
Yeah.
I want to be gone. I think
you get a picture of Erickson where he accentuated the belly.
It was all of us. Yeah,
I made him do that.
It was one of all of us where it showed us.
No, he got mine spot on.
That's what I said. You guys looked exaggerated. Me just looked like me.
Yeah. I did think it was like, wow, Chad's taking better care of himself.
I just couldn't. I couldn't look at such a sexually charged picture of us. I just needed to dial it back a little bit. I couldn't be thinking of this show and you three guys in that sort of Brett Brock way, because then that just sends me down a path I'm not sure I can ever come back from.
Like you Photoshop yourself and go, all right, a different filter on there, and then he just draws it up, and And I found this out recently. Is I think the Nature Jack thing. He took a picture of his own body from like a mirror shot of his own, because they sent me that picture, and it's like, okay, I don't have that good at calves, but goddamn, that Brett Brock's sexy.
Yeah. So you think that's it? Maybe it's one of those, like, those stories where you find out the doctor who was running the sperm clinic is really the father of all of these babies. Brett Brock. It's really Brett Brock every time. He's really drawing himself, this chiseled, beautiful man.
And when he does something for Bert Kreischer, he swallows a ham. And swallows a couple of canned hams and eats.
Swallows a ham has got to be a euphemism for sure.
It's another Irma Bombeck title.
Swallows a ham.
Swallowing the ham.
She's Well, there's an Emma Bomback humorous comedy writing award. Emma, whatever.
Well, it's Emma Bomback.
This is the lesser known Emma Bomback.
Yeah, it's a little less prestigious an award, the Emma Bomback.
They give out 6,000 a year of the Emma Bombacks.
It's like when I was watching the Uglies next door, the Olympic athletes, and the mom and dad are beautiful, and the sister's beautiful, and the two, they're all beautiful, and it's like, where's your Larry?
Yeah, you don't think that it's family? Odd that there's not a Larry in
they all just seem like. Yeah. There's never been a Larry Olympic champion, has there?
I don't know that there has been.
You know who? Larry Spitz, he got arrested. He tried to steal a car.
Mark's brother.
Mark
could have won 9 gold medals in the 72 Olympics, except his brother Larry distracted him.
His brother Larry filled the pool with Jello and fucked up his training for the whole season.
I can't think of a single other Olympic champion besides Bruce Jenner, and he ain't even Bruce Jenner anymore.
Yeah, Mark Spitz was the first Michael Phelps.
Yeah, I tried this joke several times at the NCAAs because they just opened the new stadium, and the men's room and women's room, and then there's the unisex or whatever. And I go, why didn't they call it the Caitlin? It got laughs, but
was this at the urinals that you told this joke? Funny.
No, but there was outside of the bathrooms or people talking about how great the stadium was. But I thought it was wait, no, Bruce Jenner has no history in Eugene, but that's wrong because he actually qualified for the Olympics in 1976 right here in Eugene when he still had a fucking swinging dick and he had them short red shorts and Wheatie box, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Now he's a despicable cunt, It's I liked how South Park did that. No, he's a hero or whatever. It's like, well, man or woman, he's a fucking asshole. Fuck him.
Yeah. Yeah, he killed somebody
because
got away with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he probably killed more than that. With people watching that stupid show he was on that that had no life. I mean, they might not have died from watching that stupid show, but they had no life.
But they didn't live.
Murder time. It's time murder, which I do all the time. Time killer.
I can tell you a good time killer for me right now is, and I'm not finished with it, so I'm not prepared to talk about it. But the season 7 of Alone is on Netflix, and it's incredible.
I'm on
it's
8.
Incredible.
8 is on Hulu right now, so I'm on 8 now.
You already know all about season 7.
Yeah, 7's incredible.
I'm not prepared to talk about it yet, but wow, what a fucking ride! These
the other
people
6
are so
seasons
fucking impressive.
Yeah,
no,
I need to watch.
You'll figure it out.
It's not
no, but if you watch one season, you'll go back and watch the rest.
And like, oh, who is this guy?
No, it's new people every season.
I need something like that because
it's
I'm
unbelievable.
watching that War of the Worlds, and it's stupid. They don't have any fucking aliens. I mean, they have aliens, but they look just like people. Only they're more accurate with the machine guns. I was like. What happened? Did Hollywood run out of alien outfits? I'm committed to it, but at one more episode, it's fucking dumb. I don't care what happens.
That was a perfectly timed belch, Chad.
I don't want to see people white out.
That was perfectly timed. It was like right in the pause, like right where the comma was in the sentence Andy was saying. It was a thing of
and I was completely unaware. I was just listening.
It's like
and
music.
belching.
Yeah, your edible kicks in like mine has.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys a complete time waster and mind occupier that I thought would be in my mind I was like it'll be like meditation. I went to Harbor Freight and bought myself a roll of paracord, a 550 cord, and then you look on YouTube and you can do all kinds of shit. I wrapped my lighter with paracord with the little fucking hook on it.
Sweet.
I got all kinds of. I've made a bunch of them. I only know one knot, but it took me forever. Cussing, fucking mad. Jenny would have to come and help me. Just calm down. You have to do this. I'd watch the same YouTube video. It's like a 2-minute YouTube video for children, and I'd watch it like fucking 9 times over and over. What the fuck? When I put it through there, it unties the whole knot. What? I don't understand this. So it wasted a lot of time, but it also was not relaxing like I thought it would be.
Like, you know what? This is driving me crazy. I'm going to eat these mushrooms, sit in this hot tub, and everything's going to be fine.
Chad, I love tying knots. I save pages and YouTube channels that have knot tying. It's a stupid thing I do. Do a monkey knot. The ball.
Monkey fist. Yes.
Yeah.
Around a golf ball.
No, you don't have. Well, it's kind of like goes back to the get back whips.
Yeah.
Like if you put it like a ball bearing inside, that's what they put. They do a monkey's fist or a monkey knot around a ball bearing or a pachinko ball, and that gives it some weight and probably turns a misdemeanor into a felony. But it is one of those things where that's a good one to perfect.
A monkey knot around a pachinko ball.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Poetry, my friend.
That's a thing, dude. We live in that world.
Wow.
It's like when people say, if I had a gun, I wouldn't have a gun because I'd just kill myself. It's not. I wouldn't be here today. I tie a knot, but it's when my shoestrings get fucking fouled up, and it's like, and then I can untie a knot. But I don't know any real good knots.
I don't know.
That was, like I said, I always considered myself lucky, like I dodged a bullet because I never got involved in Boy Scouts. But I also feel like I missed a lot of knots. Now as an adult, I don't know how to tie knots, so I've been learning it, and it's I'm a slow learner, but it's
trucker's hitch. A trucker's
that's
hitch.
good.
You'll always use if you have a truck.
That's a good and interesting and fun and helpful mentally and physically hobby, because you're going to be practicing dexterity and using your brain to solve problems and to see relationships and interspatially and all of this. Like,
absolutely,
I'm telling you, that's a good thing. I think you should continue to do that. I think would be.
I like it
for a lot of reasons. You don't want to end up. You don't want to end up in some home somewhere constantly having heat stroke because they keep walking you around outside in the sun. You need to be mentally healthy.
At some point, I'm going to figure out how to make a weave a killer noose and then just hang myself in the most fashionable way possible.
Well,
A+.
Look, you'll get style points. So right there. You don't want to go out like a chump. You want to look like, is the tail of that noose
a monkey
fist?
That's a monkey impressive. Knot. Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like that's why, some people hang themselves, but why not go the extra yard and build a whole gallows and invite the neighbors over for a barbecue or something?
And then right after you serve you serve the ribeyes, you go, attention, you clink your glass, attention everyone. Then you walk the steps up.
I've done some really bad shit in my time.
I remember a long time ago when Stanhope said, if you were going to kill yourself, how would you do it? And I was like, I'd shoot myself right in the back of the head. Right. And he was like, that's pretty fucking aggro, don't you think? And I was like, well, have you fucking met me? I don't know what the fuck. And he goes, yeah, I would just take pills. Well, now that I've, matured a few years, I think, carbon monoxide is very appealing to me. I love naps.
I'm not comfortable with this conversation anymore.
I would definitely.
That's how my grandpa did it.
I'm gonna get a shot.
Oh no!
I don't want you guys doing that.
Fuck. Hey, are you gonna get last shot? It'll be available on Nature Jack today. NatureJack.com on Pandora.
Hold on, I heard that. Hold on, I got something.
Thank you, Andy.
You just did this.
seen it?
There it is. Look at that. Oh shit. There's a decent chance that if you're watching this or listening to this program that has already happened. The last shot release party live Zoom stream.
Fun? Hey, wasn't it great?
Friday, June 25th. It was so much fun. Wild.
I'm sorry. I just want to apologize.
Yeah.
And
you know, Chad, that's why we have you on the show. We expect
it was cool that Provenza
hosted
that. It was cool. Provenza hosted that one segment. It reminded me of the green room. It was so fun. Maybe. I mean, I can't see into the future, but that's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking fun. I mean, people.
Well said.
Absolutely.
As much as I hate myself.
I just want to say that we here at Issues with Andy agree 100%. Normally,
wholeheartedly.
We might say that we all have our own opinions, but we're of one mind.
Yeah. So I'm, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and thank you everybody for that party. I mean, it takes the sting out of being alone, to sit there, celebrate with friends, rather than I was just going to go to Sizzler and have a piece of Malibu chicken or something. There is a Sizzler in town here, so I could party that way, but I'm not gonna. Sizzler serves
Hang with
breakfast
us,
now.
Man.
Yeah.
Buy yourself up a nice piece of meat before the release party starts, and just have it right there.
Well, I'm gonna go rip off some sandwiches from the crew working next door. They have some house painters over there, and I'll raid their lunchbox. Blame it on the dog. Yeah, I'll go. Oh no, it wasn't. That's the thing is I probably ate them sandwiches, and the dog had nothing to do with it.
The more I think about it, the more I think Shaylee's right. I think that was definitely
a scam.
House painters bring leftover Mexican food. They don't fucking bring sandwiches. I've been around house painters a lot.
There would have been there would have been remnants. It would have been an obvious situation and a bunch of sandwiches. It's highly unlikely that the sandwiches could be eaten by the dog without them noticing, to the point where this dog got three entire sandwiches eaten. Three entire sandwiches. That's going to take at least a little bit of time and be enough of a commotion that everyone's going to hear about it when it's all happening. It's going to be like a scene from a fucking Disney movie with the screaming and yelling and the dog jumping and running. And
the dog was asleep in the garage. It's like, look at your dog. It's like, and the dog was like,
your dog has an alibi.
I think they were fucking, they were probably as stoned as I was, and they were just
alibi, but no one trusts the cat.
No, they got Andy on that one too. Hey, your cat ate all my sweet and sour pork, man. Go get me some more.
And that's how I think I blew their scam. I think you're right. I blew their scam by giving them a fucking half-assed attempt at, reparations. Here you go, equal value, and they probably thought I would.
The thing we all forget, and this is the reason people get duped all the time, is because people are embarrassed to say something, or they go, "Oh my God, my dog ate all your sandwiches. Let me go get you sandwiches." That's the reaction. They didn't know you'd be like, "Oh, a sandwich. I could go for a sandwich," and you just
yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah,
they didn't know who they were up against.
They're banking on the fact that you're going to be a good guy. Like you're gonna do the right thing because we claim your dog that's sleeping in the garage and can't even get out here ate 4 sandwiches. Why would they be even accessible, right?
Yeah, and you find out who your friends are when you call them several weeks later and say, "Hey, man, that whole north wall's peeling. Where's Darren at?" He's nobody here named Darren, I was like, God damn it, So they scammed me more than once. The sandwiches were just their attempt at a little fucking frosting on the cake.
That sounds like fun as a laborer to see if you could get a free lunch.
Yeah. I mean, I probably
you should have
like
said,
a guy of sandwich means.
Let's cut my dog open and see if those sandwiches are.
Yeah, here's a pair of panties. Are these yours too?
Statistically
like
speaking, when you took
then
tuna sandwich,
my bike got.
Go ahead.
So when you took tuna sandwiches to the homeless people, you probably gave a tuna sandwich again to one of those painters. They were probably one of those guys out there.
He smelled it,
and
he had like an olfactory memory.
You son of a bitch!
Tuna Andy.
And I had, I know this is a reoccurring theme, but I had my bike stolen from my garage about a week or two after the paint crew was there. So I'm not even sure they were legitimate with anything. I think
these are all related. Related.
I think now we're making that's where your bike went. That's who stole your bike.
Absolutely.
Those goddamn kids. It wasn't
Danny
or anybody.
Years later, I still don't lock my bike, because I trust people, and I got, so I've had 2 bikes stolen for the same reason, and right now I have like 5 bike locks, but because I don't believe in locking it because I trust people.
And 5 bikes stolen because you don't believe in bike locks.
But you keep buying bike locks.
You have a hole in your bucket, dear Liza.
I keep filling it up every day, and I'm dying of dehydration.
One time, I would always go to the store right down from our house, and I rode my bike down there, and then it was stolen. But what happened is I went out a different door, thought my bike was stolen, and then went home and was crying. And then the next day, because my mom would always forget the main ingredient to dinner, I went to the store, and I would come down the hill and go in one way, and then I would go out, and there my bike was still there 2 days later. That's the good old days when you could, and it was probably a piece of shit bike that looked like, But I remember that, like crying, and they go, and my, I don't even think you locked your bikes there, but it's like, it was on me, my bike got stolen. Nobody was going to replace it. But then I went down there, and it was like a gift. It was like getting, oh, Mom, there's my bike. I was that kind of kid. I'd go in one store, out the other, and cry because my bike got stolen.
You were a little scattered. Probably could use you're like a kid who really needed the Ritalin prescription.
Right, I was
like that would have actually. You're the kid they were talking about.
Mm-hmm. I was a show off.
You're not making me feel any better about myself, Erickson. I realized the other day I went out in the yard and I had to look for my wheelbarrow, and I was like, my wheelbarrow has been stolen. And it's like a testament to like how inattentive I am, how lazy I am. It just identifies so many problems with me that somebody stole my wheelbarrow and I didn't know it for how long. It's a horrible existential crisis to have your wheelbarrow stolen.
Wait, someone actually stole your wheelbarrow?
I thought I lent it to somebody. I was
Goddamn
I remember
dog.
loning it to somebody.
Dog
fucking wind.
Dog sucks, man.
Fucking wind.
Fucking wind.
I fucking love you guys. All right, let's get out of here. We've got we just did a
big party
Zoom,
coming up.
A big party to prepare for. So if you're watching this right away when it comes out, we hope to see you in a couple of hours when we'll celebrate Andy's new special, Last Shot, coming out exclusively on Pandora Music. And I believe the video is available at naturejack.com. All of the things have happened. The stars have aligned. Everything's coming together. I love it when a plan comes together.
Mm-hmm. And, I can't believe how great my website looks right now. But don't go.
Andy, I was on your website today. I know what you're doing right now. I'm afraid for you.
Don't be.
Do you have something happening? Is there?
Yeah. I want everything. I don't want to fill the balloons up before the cake gets here.
Okay. All right. Good. Balloons are definitely not filled and the cake is not there. So.
Yeah. Well, the clown says he's stuck in traffic and the helium tank's on order. But it'll be there.
Happy Last Shot.
One thing, technical thing. If you're a Patreon subscriber, and you are because you're watching this, get in 10 minutes before the last shot release party, because I'll have the stream up early for all of you because this is going to be a public thing. We want everyone to get exposed to this virus called the Last Shot Release Party. So it's going out to everyone. But 10 minutes before the time, we will have it up, and we will be in there, and you can get in the queue because we're limiting it to a certain number of people that can actually get into it. So
if it fills up with all Patreon subscribers, then and Andy doesn't get any new fans able to do it, then so be it, because you guys helped make this happen directly by becoming Patreon subscribers. A substantial portion of that money has gone into making this special happen. So we want you guys to have first crack at all of this. So look for that link and be there and join us today.
Later.
I'm going to get some staples and fix this goddamn wind situation before the party.
Fucking wind! Fuck you, wind!
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.